and it was for my Uncle Mervyn. My Uncle Mervyn, who absolutely loved sunbathing, which was something we used to do in the 50s. You've all been prevented from doing ever since. And my Uncle Mervyn used to sit in this house playing his Bechstein piano in the nude. Like this, because he didn't like clothes much. He liked sunbathing. He played his Bechstein piano sitting in the nude on a stool like this, until the fact that the house faced due south and let in all the sun in the world, which in the 70s, 50s I mean, we could only think letting all the sun in the world in was the best thing. And my Uncle Mervyn ended up not playing the piano, exhausted on the floor here. In his enormously overheated house. So south-facing kind of turned out to be not absolutely perfect. And we have here, we had to devise a system of bamboo screens to shade my Uncle Mervyn from the sun, so that he didn't die of the heat in his house. And I'm calling this house a house of cards, because it's just these planes made on a ground plane and another back plane, that's the back plane, just mounted together on the plane. Because I'm an old-fashioned cubist. I love cubism. I love the interpenetration of planes and sticks and places and space and inside, outside, mixing up and all those things. This house was done at a time when they were making class schools like this, and with softwood sills sticking out of them like this, dependent on the paint to keep the rain out. And I started to wonder whether one couldn't do a self-sheltering house, a house that would shelter itself from the sun and the rain and the elements. And this is the house that my wife and I built for each other during 2 years of weekends in the early 60s, whereby this house I'm going to call the nest in the tree. There's an old tree. This is a nest here. Here's birds coming, feeding their kids in the... That's not as good as Peter Scott of that period. And here are the little ones, desperately, okay. And so this is all hard stuff here, and this is wood and soft stuff. And it's hanging over here, and it's dangling downwards. And here's the sun, because my poor little head had put it together that in the winter the sun was low and would heat the house, and in the summer the sun was high and would stay out of the house.